Frogadelic Research Group. Nobody knows but what they need to know. True. Nobody knows but what they need to know. I think that's a pretty fair assessment, but if you're tuning in now or after the live, please make sure to hit that like button. Share this on social media so we can help push this through the YouTube algorithm. It really does help push this community, and I can't thank everybody enough for being a part of the community, as we're over 19,500 subscribers here to start the new year. Remember, in this community, we don't play the victim, we play the winner, and that message is going to have to be pushed even more this new year. Be observed in the light and don't bring the darkness. The more light we have around here, the more positive vibes, the more positivity over negativity, the closer embrace we can have with each other. And that's my goal this 2024, is to be a more positive and build off of what we started last year, but also be a closer community, be one that brings the light and sheds the darkness. In a world like we have surrounded by us, there's simply no reason for us to keep certain sectors to keep colliding. We need to be unified in 24, otherwise it's going to be a dark time. We're going into an election cycle, so don't trust the markets, but hopefully we can rely on each other within this beautiful community. So I thank you all for being here. This is the start of a new. I got a little bit of a refresher yesterday, even though I was on 3 times yesterday, but my voice was kind of shot, so I didn't do the nightly live. And I actually feel pretty good today, but I want to start pushing that message. Positivity. So if you're in my community, positivity, my goal this year is to not even entertain the negativity. So if I don't talk to you and you're being negative, that's my goal for this year. So I've seen a lot of comments in here. Let me get on my phone just to see. I wasn't expecting so many comments. And then I can catch up like this, and then I'm going to put my phone away, and then I'm going to do the intro, and then we're going to get into this, because there is a lot of stuff we need to talk about. As we know, XRP dumped about 21%, but it's not as bad as it looked. It's only down about, 7.5%, 8% now, so it's corrected about 13%. But nonetheless, we need to see what's going on. So, trading with J-Ride, 20,000 soon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, and welcome in, and thank you for having that 2-year badge. 2 years in Tom's Army and counting. Robin XRP Painter, welcome in. Jorge, Prosperity Fund, 50 cents again. We already hit 50 cents approximately today. That was our retracement I talked about. Mosier, good evening, or good afternoon. Michael, Bill, Free Toast, welcome in. Mark James, good evening. It could be like, remember what I've been talking about? I was very disappointed we went up for rejection instead of going down to support. I'm very happy this morning because we went down to support after getting rejected on the broadening wedge. And I'm going to go into XRP very deeply once we get through this midday market report. I just wanted to say, everybody, hi. Yes, Rock and XRP, definitely a big dump before the rise. There always is. And we just had a huge dump. We corrected by 1/5. The entire price of XRP was dumped for a moment. So consider that. Straight 6, welcome in, happy new year, better late than never. Sunder 1, Zap protocol almost double in 2 weeks. I mean, sure. John Hall, welcome in. Not that I don't want to look at it, but everybody told me about, see, here's the funny thing. How many people were telling me about Tom, you missed it. You didn't buy it at 5 cents when it went to 18. No, but I bought Corium at 8 cents or 8.5 and Solo at 9. So, I mean, it's really the testament of what you buy. What's looking better to you in your own eyes. That's where you have to stick with what you know. I don't know Caspa. I like Casper with the C. So I had to stick with what I knew. We'll take a look at XRP. 42 cents would be contingent on one thing having to happen, but we'd have to go up for a nice rejection here. And now, like we were overextended in the RSI, now we're in that area where we're undervalued in the RSI, and it's a beautiful spot to be at, everybody. Beautiful spot. Absolutely beautiful spot, and we should all be very happy this morning, or this early afternoon. Martin, welcome in. 2024 is surely our year. Maybe not in the price everybody wants, but in the positioning and the continuation of what you know, and the advancement of what precious metals will do. I'm very excited to talk about being reinvested in B2 Gold again this morning. I'll tell you all about that when we get to B2 Gold, and I was able to pick up an extra 113 shares after selling out at $3.25, as everybody knows. So, meat is the future, says Tom proves to be correct again. I don't want to say I'm correct. I just want to say this community's on the right track. That's another thing in 2024. I won't be talking about myself solely. It's a community effort, therefore it's us, we, not me, not I, not XRP Future Millionaire. We're a big community here now, and we're going to act like it. Tanya, welcome in, love. I'm so glad to see you in here. Just getting a cup of tea, perfect time. Yes, indeed, a Rooney, as Ned Flanders would say. And see, Tanya picked up on the fact that I was off a little bit. My voice was gone. I was a little out of it. I was run down a little bit from all the parties. And the best thing I could have ever done was not did that live yesterday. I feel refreshed. I did do a live yesterday afternoon, but the one at night, because my voice was shot, I would not be able to do anything today. Day 1 of 2025, I am taking some... Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Devin. And now, think about it, though. After we get past February, we're easily going to be outside of a year of holding XRP. The Gatman, good afternoon. So, all right, I'm going to shut my phone off now that I finally caught up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I have no idea how many people are watching. I just seen a lot of comments. Please, that's another thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to look at the viewers. I'll look every so often, but please make sure to hit that like button. And please make sure to share this on social media. Good early afternoon. 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. If for any other reason you don't want to hit that like button, how about hitting that like button for my Michigan Wolverines for reaching the national title game on Monday night next week for the first time since 1998. How about that? How about if you don't want to hit that like button, you hit it for a beautiful 2024, and the fact that 77 of us are together right now. I've also discovered an error in my way in the midday market reports. When I get through the midday market report, I need to cover XRP a little more diligently, just because I want everybody to be on the same page in the midday, just like in the morning. So that is also going to be another thing that I make addition to in 2024. My midday market reports are going to have XRP. It's just XRP is going to be the last thing I talk about when I get through the midday market report. So we'll have a nice build-up. So the Dow Jones is down 148 points or 0.39%. I don't think anybody is surprised that right on the new year, we even have our technical breakdown where we should break down to before the breakout. And I did everything I could to put this out here. So I don't know how it moved down a little bit. To put it out here to telegraph this move. This is what we need to do. Stay calm says RNDR for the crypto / Wolverines for the like. If we have, I don't know, if we cover anything outside of what I do on the midday market report and throw an XRP in now, it's going to have to be on the nightly lives. You know, it's got to be the focus there. But once I get into crypto, just let me rotate into it, and then you guys all know what I do. If I'm in a good mood at the end of the live, and we're getting good cooperation, everybody's hitting the likes and showing me my due justice. See, everybody thinks it's all about the donations. It's not. If I see more likes than people watching, I get very excited. If I see low likes, I get very disappointed. Like right now, it's okay. We've only been on 62 likes, 80 people. We're expanding the community's reach. We're doing a fantastic job. So the Dow Jones first pivot level would be 37,274. I don't think anybody can look at this and justify the fact that that relative strength of of the Dow is in a position to where it can just continue to rally. I'm sorry. That RSI is in a dangerous area. It needs to correct. We finally came through the trend line, and I think it's time to finally come down and retest that 36,250. For all I said it, I don't think 37,274 is holding. It's the new year. The big wigs made their bonuses. Now's the time of true volatility. So pay attention to that. If we do hold 37,274, that could be a short-term boost, but it's going to be very difficult with the, I mean, it's all so overbought right now. Even the ones that's dumping down, it's 2 hourly didn't even get into the oversold. Like, you would generally see the 2 hourly well into the oversold after a big run up like this before another push. So I'm looking to see if it does run past 37,200. I'm not, if it was me, aside from precious metals related commodities, I would not even be looking at the stock market. It's so overinflated right now. DXY up $1.28 or 1.27 cents to 102.62. Is there, honestly, is there anybody in this community that's surprised by this? Just be honest. Was anybody watching last week when we talked about the reversal? Remember what we talked about? Now we can finally start to get up to the 200-day and reverse now finally. The daily was so oversold. The 4 hourly was so oversold last week. There was zero question we were reversing. Look where it was at last week on the 27th. We were so oversold. I mean, we're down to 15. Oh no, Derek, we called it, buddy. We called it. Everybody who comes here day after day and helps me do this, we called it. There's no more I. There's no I in team, damn it. It's we. We called it. And that's what I want this community to say. Well, you guys can say you, but I'm saying we. You guys have all the right to say you because you're watching me. But I'm saying we because, yes, that's why we listen to you. Hey! Well done, Derek. See, that's a well done comment. He just turned my own words against me and said, fine, asshole, we listen to you. Touche, you sure did. You sure did. But I hope you're having a good start to the new year, Derek. I really do. So, the DXY we have to look at here is we do have a golden cross looming in the 2 hourly. But again, now we're in the oversold category. That's a long leg doji forming. I would not be surprised for precious metals to start rotating again tomorrow. Precious metals got a big relief dump. And I'll show you it when we get there, but this is going to have a corrective wave now. So everything that we were talking about to end last week is what we're starting to reverse now to start the week. This is beautiful. This is exactly what we wanted to see the last couple days. Man, does it feel good to be back in full capacity and be able to talk. And the positivity, see, it's the positivity that'll bring this community to the next level. It's the avoidance of the naysayers and even the expansion on, you know, maybe we need to expand a little bit on certain things, but we need to cut out certain things, and that's the negativity. And I see the era of 2023. Even though we did so much good in 2023, we built on 22 and especially from 21 where we were just a shit show, let's be honest. And I don't mean that in like we didn't have context, but we were just all over the place. The U.S. 10-year government bonds right now is down 1 basis point, 0.23% to 3.93%. Right now, we're getting up into an interesting category. I wouldn't say this is done just yet. I still expect this to come up to the 200-day. That's just me. I think that would put us in a beautifully overbought area. It's why I started using the relative strength index so I could make my point clearer to everybody, especially when some of the audience really like to use it. So I greatly appreciate that. Flex, let's go Michigan. I'm glad they beat cheating Alabama. FYI, Georgia fan. Georgia fan, huh? Cheating Alabama? Aren't you the brothers of... No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad we could do you justice. I'll be honest, though. In one sense, I'm glad now we didn't play Georgia just because we beat Alabama. But... We literally built this team, and that's what nobody realizes. Jim Harbaugh built this team because we got curb stomped by Georgia. We realized we were not good enough. When we lost to Georgia 2 years ago in the playoff, we didn't just lose, we lost our souls. We were happy to be there, but they took our pants down and they didn't even give them back. We literally walked out naked onto the bus. It was embarrassing. So we had to build it up. But anyhow, you know, it's just, it's a good time to be a Michigan fan. It's been 28. I was 14 the last time we played for a championship, to put it in perspective. Anyhow, we can't get off topic. The 4 hourly, oh, but it's so weird because I used to be a huge Georgia fan when Mark Richt was there. I used to love that guy. For some reason. But anyhow, the 200-day up here at 4.14% is what I'm expecting. I'm anticipating. I'm pining for this to come up to so that it can reverse back down and probably come down to this 3.6%. I still expect a massive rally in government bonds. It's just we have to put it in this inversion. Let's get through this so I don't keep you guys here the entire day. But I am having fun. We're having fun. We got to keep this energy through 2024 and we'll be just fine. Gold. What did I say? We had to sell B2 gold at 325. Not that I wanted to. It's not like crypto, so I do buy and sell it more often until it gets to my proper aligned positions when it comes in and out of positions. But gold, it was showing a heavy rotation. Only because when it got to 2130, it was so overbought, we had no choice. Now look what's happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Gold in the 4 hourly, oversold. Right? 3 hourly, oversold. 2 hourly, oversold. 1 hourly, massively oversold, and that's when I bought B2 gold when it made the rotation in the hourly at $3.04. I'm very proud. Even though I may have to sell it again when gold comes here if it gets rejected at 2050. It just all depends, but we are oversold. We have the first dot cross, and this is where theoretically we should rotate back through it in the next day or two. Maybe by Friday, which would be the next day or two. What am I saying? But look at this. Remember how I was nervous about gold back here on what? Remember? I said, guys and gals, we're going to have to do what we don't want to do, but we're overbought in every time frame. Even in the daily, we snuck our way too high. Look at it. We snuck ourselves up here, remember, on the 28th? And we said, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now look where we're sneaking our way to. Look at this. Just as maligned as we were up top in the, or this is the 4 hourly, sorry, the daily, we snuck our way up. Now after today's daily close, we're going to be down here somewhere. Make no mistake about it. We're going to be down there a little bit. And if you want to have continuations, you must get these dump downs. But all the way into the 4 hourly, we're oversold now. I'm very happy this morning. 200 day is what you want to hold. Right down to the 200 day. I don't want to say we predicted this, but we predicted this. I don't want to say I even measured it out perfectly, but we measured it out perfectly. There is no I in team. Without you, I wouldn't even be able to do this because I wouldn't be talking about it so much. Just think about it that way. Everybody says it's me, but if I'm not putting all this content, I put out over 4,000 videos since March of 2021. It's insane. But it helps me stay in line. Look at silver. Oversold, oversold, oversold. I mean, look at oversold in the 4 hourly. Looks like it's putting in that inverted pattern. I'm telling you, that looks like an inverted left shoulder. Am I crazy? Did silver finally put the rotational inverted left shoulder in here? But bam, but bam, but bam. That's what we want. Or we want. If they did that, oh my. That's what I want. XRP Future Millionaire wants that, but we might not have the testicular fortitude to get down to that support. We just might not. That oversold is beautiful. Look how oversold we are in the 4 hourly. And then this candle just said, well, we'll just stay a little bearish. I said last week that the gold-silver ratio was going to expand and we'd get a better buying price in silver as far as the ratio was concerned. Where did we say we were going to come, everybody who was here last week? And it was going to put us in an extreme overbought. We're coming up to the resistance on the rising channel resistance at worst, around 90 to 1. I'd say we're pretty much there. See, 2 years later, I have convinced Tom. Guys, but isn't it nice? Anthony, so I bought $300 worth of XRP this morning. Good move or no? Just trying to figure out if it getting the gist of how to play. Okay, so like, it's relative to what you think. For me, with where I'm holding XRP, it would be a bad move because I've already owned at 346. And I'm not looking to expand my position unless it comes below where I hold because I have what I want. If I didn't have XRP, it sure as hell would have been a great time to maybe start dipping into XRP, I'll be honest. Just because, we'll get into it, but we're starting to head into that oversold. So even if you only have a swing trade here to expand your holdings, it's probably not a bit, and it depends where you bought it though. I don't remember where it said you bought it because we were down 21%. We've already had a 13% correction. So we'll see, but we'll get into that. So that's the gold silver ratio. B2 gold, Very happy about this. I talked about this when we lost this right here. What did I say? This line was everything. If we lost it, you got to sell it. And I sold it at 325 when we lost it. Now I said I was buying it when it came here. I do not lie, people. I don't lie. I just do what I say and I say what I do. So I bought it. I didn't get $3. I was mad about that. I got it at 304. Even though it said 303, it bought it at 304, which doesn't seem like a lot. But I was able to expand my holdings from 1,222 tokens to 1,335 tokens. I bought 113 more and it cost me like 300 and something dollars. I can't remember how much. I've got about $1,200 still in empty funds there to put into B2 Gold, Fortuna, or into the oil stock that I wanted to show everybody today, but I still am not convinced in any. I wish I was, but this is what we're looking at. B2 Gold, it's in a perfect spot. Even if it gets pushed down a little bit more, which it could, the 4 hourly still leaves a little bit to be desired, but I have extra capital here if it does, but the hourly's oversold. It looks like it at least needs to rotate back here, and we'll see it at like 312, but I wouldn't be surprised if it rotates, especially if this is the support. If we lose this and you get a rejection, then we might be able to ride a little bit lower. It's just we're getting into an area now where it's going to be dangerous because some of these lower time frames are in desperate need, like the 45-minute. We're in desperate need of a reversal. So we'll just see how long it takes to eventually finish this move. And then Fortuna Silver Mines down 2.6%. I don't think there's anybody watching this that doesn't know what's going on here and doesn't know how happy I am that this happened. I am desiring $3.18, but as I don't know if it's got the steam to get down there. I don't. I hope it does. I've got collateral. I would throw that $1,000 on there instantly if it went to 318. It's not a surprise to anybody here. I'd have $1,000 on Fortuna. I just would rather have a 4-to-1 ratio on B2 Gold to Fortuna with funds put in, just because B2 Gold pays me an over 5% dividend typically on average. Fortuna does not. But it's a big boy in the terms of what's to come here in the future with gold and silver, especially silver. So that's what I'm looking at there. Got the beautiful rejection at 405, and now it's got a death cross in the 45. RSI's oversold. Oversold in the hourly. Oversold in the 2 hourly. And it'll get worse in the next one. 3 hourly's in the oversold now. So now everything's rotating where we want. So now it's the accumulation phase. I don't care about getting the lowest of lows and selling out the highest of highs. I've always talked about being a shoulder guy when it comes to crypto, when it comes to trading. Usually I can sell out above a shoulder, but to buy in it around a little lower than a shoulder, but to sell out. But I always look at the shoulder, whether it's a head and shoulders, a topping reversal, a Batman top. I don't really care what kind you want to call it. There's always a shoulder there. Or the inverted pattern where you put that inverted shoulder in there to start. That's what it looks like we could be looking at here in precious metals. And now XRP, and then I got to go, everybody. 93 people watching this midday market report. Bless you all. If you appreciate what I do, please make sure to hit that subscribe button before you get out of here after I cover XRP. We'll even go over the market cap today and just see what's happening. And share this on social media and hit that like button. You've done a fantastic job. We're approaching 19,600 subscribers as we speak. I think we're within 50 now, or 40. But other than that, the only thing I can think of is if you want to pay me personal support, you can send a YouTube super chat or join Tom's Army. But you've all in here individually done your job by hitting that like button, so that's all I could ask. And then if you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, just look in the video description below. I put the 2 that I trade on that you can spot and futures trade, and the ones that give you the cheapest spot fees and futures fees to buy. So be careful when you futures trade. Every day you hold the futures trade open, you know, especially if you're holding it weeks on end, that liquidity price where it says your sell price, that can come up, and people don't realize that. And a futures trade day 1 and day 30 does not look the same on your liquidity pool. It takes, like, depending on the exchange, anywhere, it can be like a 0.2 to 0.4% push up every day. It's crazy. When is a good time for us to start looking for future investments? Add to 24 for 28. Do you have anything in mind? Thank you, sir. Soon. Devin, right now for future investments, I'm looking at, it's all about rotational tugs. Right now, I've got my eye firmly on commodities, and I've got my eye on crude. I've got my eye on crude. Today it's up 3.26%, another tug to resistance, so I'm not as interested. But I'm definitely looking in that direction for mining stocks in 24 and oil stocks that are related directly to the USA. Back in 22 and 21, I was interested in the Brazilian market with PBR, as everybody knows, and we made a fortune off of it with their 41% dividend. We were getting paid a 1.25 per share. So if you had 1,000 shares, you're getting $1.25 per. I mean, it was crazy. Yes, me too, focus. I haven't been in crude in 3 years, but we're gonna get back into it now. It finally rotated to my likable position. The focus, thank you for that $1.99, I believe it said. Thank you so much. So now XRP, ladies and gentlemen, now that we got through all the everything else, and this will be quick, and then you can go back to your day, and then I hope to see you tonight so we can go in depth in crypto. I'm a little cold out here though, and I need to go inside. But we have this bull flag set up. As long as we stay here, we're gonna at least come for a rejection up here. See, XRP right now, what we talked about last week was pissing me off, and I was very disappointed we took the up route. 3 hourly oversold, could come down a little bit more. 4 hourly oversold, it did what it needed to. You know, it still could come down more, but it did what it needed to in the shorter time frames. 2 hourly, put a bull flag in. 1 hourly, you see the bull flag beautifully is formed. Let's see the 1 hourly. 1 hourly had a very oversold condition, and now it's trying to rotate. Be prepared though for one more dip down if it wants to clear it out entirely. It doesn't have to go up right now. I encourage it not to. I encourage it to drop back down and completely sell out. But right now we're in an area where we're very oversold, or we're getting into very oversold. Even in the daily when it closes today, as long as we have a close around 54, 53 cents, this is going to close and oversold, and we're going to be looking very nice. Even if we come down another 7-8% tomorrow, I would love it. If we could get one more pull down tomorrow and double bottom here, oh boy. It all depends. It's speculative. You could double bottom at 507, or you just hit that like that wick area, the wick area. ICP, if I were to cover any of that, it would not be on the midday market report. It would be tonight. It'd be tonight. I do a crypto live at night. I start with XRP, but then I go across the board. But yeah, so mainly you're watching right here. You're gonna watch here to see if we can hold that 558. If we don't hold 558, there's more than likely a chance we're gonna try to double bottom. I would love to see a double bottom. Yeah, 55. It's approximately, you get 55 just to be safe. But if you lose 55 cents, we should expect a further correction back down. The shorter time frames, let's look at the RSI real quick. Still in a nice spot. Still in a nice spot. But as long as we hold this area, especially that yellow line, you're just continuing up on a big V-shaped recovery here that was disguised in a bear flag, now bull flag. So I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Thank you all so much for watching today. Thank you all for the positivity, and thank you for taking seriously the midday market report. Have a blessed afternoon, and I can't wait to see everybody tonight. Stay blessed, everybody. Seriously. I'll catch you live tomorrow morning. I'm 3 sheets. Hey, no, thank you, JW. I appreciate that. And I got to go, everybody. Have a blessed afternoon. This was certainly fun, entertaining, positive, because we are the light, not darkness. We are not the victim. We are the winner, and together we can get anything done. Just look at Michigan football.